Hi guys, Maple States Ball here, and today I mean, uh, we're we're continuing to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. Um, and before we get started, I'll just put the music on real quick. There we go. Um, okay. So, um, the first step, Japan is going to do. Oh, um. First up, Japan is gonna do a bit of exploring um, across um, like on the island chain thing here, and then they're also gonna be claiming a little bit of it. Um, 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 and then we're actually gonna have China um, explore quite a bit along this river here. In fact, they're gonna explore all of it. That is quite a bit of river, and I did not expect it to be this far. So, um, so, um, so they're gonna go along the mountains, and then they're just gonna stop, go down south a little bit, and then meet up with this river here. Um, yeah, they're gonna be exploring quite a bit here. Um, um, and then they're um, and then they're gonna be like, "Where the hell are we?" And then then eventually, they just like straight up found like like um like uh their own country here um in modern day Vietnam. So 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 the capital would probably be uh right here on this river. Um and then to just do a major city, I'll just go ahead and upgrade it to the capital real quick. Um and then um they're just gonna like immediately explore their they're just like gonna immediately explore their surroundings here. And they actually do pretty well here. Um um and then um they're also gonna claim quite a bit of it. Um Yeah, um, that country exists now. Um, and, um, and, uh, and I'll just, like, call this one Vietnam. Um, and then, um, and then I'll actually make a names layer real quick. Um, okay. Oh, that's way too big. Again, still way too big. Um, how about what, 5? Or not, I guess. Okay, whatever. I guess I could just like write it myself. Viet not oh that that sucks. Vietnam. There we go. And then China here is actually pretty big, and the text will actually fit on here. So China, okay, and then we have North Korea, as well as South Korea, okay, um, and then we have Japan. So, um, and then China is actually gonna do um some more exploring um after they just basically like lost quite a bit of their old explorers. So they're gonna do a bit more of exploring, and they're actually gonna I'm actually gonna discover Taiwan. So and then they're also gonna claim Taiwan. Um, so yeah. Um, and then um, China is also gonna claim up past this river here. Um, um, and then um, North Korea is gonna be a bit mad at like China for claiming up past this river. So so North Korea is gonna declare war on China. Um, and North Korea is gonna do pretty well. But China is also really strong because yeah they're definitely the largest country by far on here. China is gonna do really well against North Korea, and they're actually gonna push them back. And then China is also going to invade back into North Korea here. And China is actually doing pretty pretty well here. And then North Korea just like boosts their capital. So yeah, uh, um um and then in the treaty here, China is gonna get all the land south of this river here. Um And then North Korea is um, is also gonna do a little bit of exploring to to um to try to find some other land to claim. And I actually like explored quite a bit of the land around them. Oh, so um so North Korea claims quite a bit of um of the um of the land north of this river here. In fact, they're gonna claim pretty much all of it. Actually, you know what? Um, oh, the heck was that? Yep. Um, that was pretty weird. Anyway, oh, I have no idea why it keeps doing that. Anyway, so and then Japan is also gonna claim. Uh, I was just checking. So Japan here is gonna claim more of the island chain. Um, and then whoop, I got oops. Um, and then they're gonna also explore quite a bit of the um of of the waters around um of the um of the waters around their country here. And then they do find um and then we'll say that they also explore these islands. Well, China here uh, finds these ones, and they just kind of meet up. Um, and then um, Japan is um, they're gonna claim all of these islands as well as these ones up here. Um, and then China is gonna claim these islands. Um, um, and then we'll say that um, Vietnam um, discovers all of this territory. Um, um, and then they also claim everything. Um, we'll say everything up to this river here that they found. This would be a lot easier if the brush was bigger. And then we have Then we have that one. And then I can actually like write Vietnam's name here, like in actual text. So so um so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Um, text. Go. Um, Vietnam. Um, and then Japan is also going to explore even more of their island chain. And I've actually discovered all of this island. Um, and then and then we have Vietnam exploring farther south here. They're actually exploring quite a bit of the land far like of the land south of them. And I just realized that the borders of Vietnam here look well like this Vietnam and like Vietnam itself and land that is claimed look pretty similar to the to to the land in actual Vietnam. Um um and then we'll say that China does a lot of does quite a bit of exploring into into the into the plains here. So and then China also claims quite a bit of it. Um, so I'll make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, my buddy's talking quite a lot, so you might hear him a little bit. Um, that's 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 a bit too much land that China got there. So, um, so they would probably be be there would probably be a rebellion in the north. Oh, hold on. North of north of this river here. Oh, um, oh, okay, okay. So you go. Oh, so okay. And then I will. And then there we go. And then I'll just paint bucket them right there. There we go. Um, so, okay. So, um, um, so this rebellion here is, it does have two of China's, more populated cities. So, it's, it's, it's probably gonna do quite a bit of damage to China. But China also has all of this population here. Um, so, um, China is probably also gonna do a little bit of damage. Um, and then, um, and then eventually we have some, and then, um, and then eventually it's just gonna be like back and forth here. So China's gonna be like, okay, fine, you guys can have your independence, whatever. Um, so, so these guys will be, um, North China, China. There we go. Um, um, and then, um, and then Japan will again do some exploring of its islands real quick. Um, and then, um, and then Japan um, finds these islands here, and then they find more islands, so then they get kind of curious. And then, um, and then, so they follow these islands here, and, um, and they actually find, um, like, um, like, like basically Siberia up here, I think this is. So, um, so they're gonna claim, like, basically this whole island here. And then, um, and then they're gonna explore quite a bit of this Russian peninsula here, but, um, but they're not doing too well because it's so unbelievably cold up here. So, um, so they just, so they just decide to explore everything south of this, south, south of, south of this I mean, not peninsula, river here, and then they just, and then they just decide to head back because it's way too cold for them up there. So, um, but yeah, Japan does discover this thing up here. Um, and then we'll also say that, that they discovered the, the southern portion of this island right here. Um, then Vietnam will do some exploring right here, and and they'll discover that part of China right there. Um, um, and then we have Vietnam, just like um, and then we have Vietnam also claiming the land that they explored here, as well um, as well as the um, as well as the land here. So, oh, right. um, the heck? There we go. And then I'll also get rid of that. There we go. Um, okay. Um, and then, um, oh, um, and then China does some exploring over here, and then they find out about Vietnam, who who is just basically explorers who just like abandoned China basically. So um so they're gonna be pretty mad about this. So so they're gonna claim like um like like this stuff right here, and then China's gonna be declaring war on Vietnam here. Um, here we go. Um, China's gonna do pretty well at first, but Vietnam is actually mostly jungle here, and then um, I forgot to do the paint bucket thing here, so and then Vietnam is also pretty big, so Vietnam is also gonna do pretty well against against China here. So Vietnam is 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 doing pretty well against China. Um, because like Vietnam has a lot of resources as well as area and well, yeah, it's not that populated, but whatever. It does have a lot of resources um and then it also has a lot of um land. So Vietnam's are gonna do pretty well here, but China has quite a bit of population, so they're just gonna uh just like do that to Vietnam. So, um, and then it becomes back and forth yet again. Um, China is just, um, so, um, 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 so I don't really think that there would be an exchange of land here. So China's just like gonna let Vietnam have their independence. Like, screw it, why not? Um, um, so, um, so Vietnam is gonna do a little bit more exploring of the jungles around them. It's it's pretty dense trees, so it's pretty hard to get around in the jungle. I'm not sure, but I think there might be like lots of tigers in the jungle here in here in here in Southeast Asia. So they're probably not gonna have a very good time in the jungles. So so they decided to explore more north. Um, and Vietnam is also gonna claim some more of the jungles here. Um, and then uh, then they're also gonna claim this area of the river as well as this area, and then they're gonna do that. So yeah, Vietnam just got a whole lot bigger. Um, and I just realized that Vietnam did not explore that. So, but they claimed it anyway. So let's have explore that too. Um, um, and then Vietnam did get quite a bit bigger. So, um, so you know what? Um, um, I think they would probably have, I think they would probably have a rebellion north of this river here. But this is literally just claimed land. So basically nobody lives here. So yeah, yeah, I can probably imagine how it's gonna go. Not too well. um, 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 how about um, how about um, so first up, Japan is going to claim all of Hokkaido here. Oh, including those islands there. Um, and then they're also gonna claim basically all of Siberia up here because um because they're curious um as to what lies beyond this 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 like really cold area. So um and then they just so happen to um they just like to um yeah um there we go. um I mean, yeah, I mean, Japan was basically already there anyway. So, yeah, um, Japan just discovered Alaska, I guess. Whatever. Um, so like, um, is this an island or a continent? So then they're like gonna do some more exploring, and I found out that there's just like an entire continent over here. Um, 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 and then yeah, so Japan um Japan is just like gonna keep it secret for now, and then I don't think that anyone would probably find out about it. And then Japan is gonna claim all these islands here, but um right, it's not too much land that they just claimed, so I think they're good. Um um and then China is is gonna do some exploring down here of the Philippines, and uh, and they're gonna discover pretty much all of the Philippines, like or not all of it, 'cause that is still a lot of land that's not discovered yet, but but they're um but they're gonna like discover it like that much, and then they're also gonna claim a lot of it. Um, there we go. There we go. Um, so, um, so, um, so um, Japan is gonna want to know if there's some like more like if there's some like warmer land like farther down south in this new continent they just found, similar similar to how it is in Asia. So they do some more exploring, and they actually find pretty uh pretty pretty warm areas here. So, um, so Japan is gonna, so they are going to, set up a, they are gonna set up a colony in, um, um, in Canada and Washington. So, so there is Japan's colony. Um, um, and then, and then China is gonna do some more exploring of, the Philippines, and they're gonna find basically all of it. Yeah, they just found literally all of it. So, and they're also gonna claim all of it. Um, um, and then, um, and then, um, and then and then we'll just say that, that, someone from Japan that's not the ruler of Japan, um, is, um, is, um, um, so we'll say that, um, that, that they're on a way, I mean, that they're on a boat to, that city right there in South Korea. Um, and then, um, and then, uh, and then that person in Japan, um, just like kind of like, um, just kind of, uh, it's like kind of like, um, just like, just like tells everybody in South Korea. So, um, and then, so Japan's pretty mad about this, but like, there's not much they could do. And then, South Korea just tells everybody else that hey, there's an entire there's an entire continent over here. So, um, 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 so, um, so China is, um, so when China hears about it, they are gonna basically just like, um, they were just like gonna, send a, um, send someone, um, east in order to find the, the new continent, and they just like barely missed Hawaii here. That was not intentional at all. So, um, and then, then they find Central America. So, so then they explore it, Um, so so there's like a there's like a lot of jungles here. So it's kind of hard to explore. So um, so then um, so then China is just gonna so they're gonna like claim most of this. Um, oh, did not mean for them. It did not mean for them to claim all of South America there. Um, I'll just um, I'll just cut them off there. There we go. Um, um, so, um, so yeah, I think I'm about done with this, so I'm just gonna end it here. Bye guys.